the most face-off wins in the country, 1 and 2 to start the season. Mullen in white, Callahan in black, and we are underway. It'll be Hopkins that starts with the ball. Of course, Brooks English going against his older brother, Sam English, who we just highlighted in the Syracuse midfield. And here's Chauvet. Patience, the bouncer rings off the pipe. Jimmy McCool might have gotten a piece of it. And Syracuse delivers defensively to start the rivalry matchup.
He likes to let it go. Watch 35 in white.
Dwan spins in, shovels it to a goal. Joey Spallina opens the scoring, defense to offense to get it started for the Orange.
This is a big stop by Jimmy McCool. A lot of deception in the release by Hunter Chauvet. The high bouncer, McCool stands his ground, and Billy Dwan Jr. in transition is so lethal. A close defender. You see that shovel pass to Joey Spallina. A lot of times you see long stick midfielders flushing out and starting the offense for teams. It's a close defender in Billy Dwan that does it so frequently from defense to offense.
And even though Syracuse scored the goal, that was in transition, so this is the first settled offensive possession for the Orange. Working without Finn Thompson. And another goal, Michael Leo! Falling down, somehow generated enough power to find the back of the net.
Set it in the open. He's slick. He's smooth. His ability to get underneath defenders here. Leo, a lefty. A lot of times he's on the opposite side. He's dodging to the middle of the field. They close the gate on him knowing that he wants the middle of the field. And that rollback was timed beautifully because it keeps the integrity of his angle. Because of the size, both about 6'3", 6'4".
Here's Chauvet. Shot clock down to 10, crossfield pass, risky, no angle, and a flag flies. Back to Hiltz, trying to get those hands free. Dumps it off. Shot clock ticks under 10. The shot clock reset. Peter Milliman shouting that this should be a shot clock violation because nobody had clear possession. And Syracuse actually gets the ball back with Trey Deer.
Did Hopkins possess the ball? If they did, then when Syracuse gets it back, it's a reset. Milliman feeling like the shot clock expired.
He's still giving it to the officials. And Owen Hiltz buries it low. What a start for Syracuse, 3-0 Orange.
Peter Milliman knows you cannot give this Syracuse offense multiple reps at a tired defense that he feels did their job. Made the stop. Got the shot clock to 0.
So let's see this together. Take another look. We're watching this for the first time with you. Shot clock, you see it at 5 seconds there. Does Hopkins possess the ball? Right there. I would say they did.
It's tough to see if 18 in black did possess the ball. It looked like he did for a fraction of a second. And then here's the goal. If you slide early to Syracuse, they find the open man. And you cannot let 77 in white sit on the porch on that high lefty wing and let it rip. First team All-American type talent, 16 in black.
Shot clock ticks under 22 seconds. On the run, McCool. Jimmy McCool locked in for Syracuse in cage.
Other than that, McCool has been steady. I thought his best game of the year was the loss against Maryland. He was terrific in that outing down in College Park.
Bauer curls around, Didn't get a clean look at it. Blue Jays have the backup again with Charlie Eiler, who's starting at attack in place of Russell Melendez.
He's got the feet. He's very two-handed and a creative player, 29.
Spins through the double team, goes to goal and scores right on cue. Charlie Eiler delivers exactly what Hopkins had been craving in this opening quarter.
Your leading scorer and Russell Melendez is on the bench. He's nicked up and injured. You got to go to the bullpen. Who's going to step up and make moves? It's the redshirt freshman, Charlie Eiler. California West Coast kid. The electric feet and move, the low angle shot, count it.
Eiler playing with confidence. Passes off. This is Jimmy Ayers, the sophomore second line midfielder. What a goal! Hunter Chavette unleashes a flamethrower. And Hopkins 2 in a row.
You have to love the shooting stroke of Chavette. Comes from so many different angles and the release points.
There's 2 fouls on White versus 22. Unnecessary, 1 minute. Second foul on White was a hole, which was wiped out by the good goal. 1 man down for 1 minute. Stand up.
So the technical foul, the second penalty, wiped out. The 32nd one. The unnecessary roughness on Spallina will hold. Extra man opportunity coming up for the Jays if they could get this possession at the faceoff X. But Chavette, when you give him time, or I'm sorry, Chuck Rawson, 51 and 91.
Man up down to 10 seconds. Who's going to pull the trigger for the Blue Jays? Collison steps into one and scores! Matt Collison ties it at 3. And the Blue Jays cash in on the extra man.
We talk about the ball moving at hyper speed. 21 passes before that rip by Matt Collison. It's patience. It's understanding late in a penalty. It's okay to let that offense percolate. Keep the ball moving. Get that defense that's down a man guessing. A lot of patience to his game. He sees the field. Third brother of the English is to play Division I lacrosse. Sam on the field today for the Orange. Ty from Carolina.
Chavette blows it by McCool. And Hunter Chavette has delivered the Blue Jays their first lead of the afternoon. Make it 4 in a row for Johns Hopkins.
When I watched Chavette last year, he loved to let it rip from that wing, a lot like Mac O'Keefe from the Utah Archers in the PLL. Now I'm seeing his game evolve as a Dodger. You see him just kind of the in and out, the changes of speed, and then when he rolls, he's shot ready. They're going to go quick here to support this matchup.
Spallina lost it, dispossessed. Patrick Hackler, the transfer from Yale, great defense there.
Hackler is a big-time player. A midfielder who was the sole captain for Yale a season ago, and Andy Shea, for coordinator Jamison Kester, has been a gift because they lost their 4 shorties from a season ago. That was a question for Johns Hopkins. But you bring in the experience of a Hackler who just took the ball from Spallina and a Monfort, you're in good shape.
And Hackler, Skinny Atlas native, a half hour from here as Hiltz ties it at 4. Owen Hiltz, lightning quick release. And the Orange equalize in this opening quarter.
You're spot on, Jay, because it looks like Hiltz is going to hold the ball and carry it a little bit. And in that mid-stride, just snaps the ball with a wicked release. Boom, right to the bottom corner. Gets Stout totally out of position. Looks like Stout did not have his feet set, wasn't in a good spot, almost lunging to the bottom corner.
Luke Roa, good save, Luke Stout. But Syracuse will get it back on the man up.
And And Jackson Birtwistle, who was injured a few games ago, was on this extra man. So 2 new players. Luke Roa, who's just injured. He's on the field. And Greg Elijah Brown fills in for Birtwistle.
Deere lost the handle. Battle for the ground ball, won by Hopkins. Syracuse desperate to get this ball back, and another flag comes out. And this is what this rivalry is all about. We've had a very physical start to this matchup. Rest of the NHL season, ABC Saturday. There will always be a hockey game on. Well, the Blue Jays have dominated the faceoff X. They've won 8 of 10 in this game, and yet tied at 4 because of how efficient Syracuse has been offensively. Syracuse got off to that hot start, 3-0 lead. Hopkins answered with 4 in under 3 minutes. Piling on the pressure here. Can they find a breakthrough? Good defense again. Stout's out of his cage. Hustles back. Here's English. Good ball movement. Poetry in motion, everything but the finish. Stout makes the save on Spallina.
That's a big stop by 15 in black. I'm challenging Syracuse to say, who on this team can initiate, break a defender down that warrants a slide? Because if I slide too early, I'm playing into their strengths of ball movement.
Bouncer, and it goes! Syracuse back in front. Tyler Cortez, the second-line midfielder, cashes in. First goal of this second quarter for either team.
You want to talk about making the most of an opportunity. Wyatt Hoddle does a tremendous job of dodging down the alley, getting the defense to shift towards him, and then the throwback. But Cortez is in here because Trey Deere moves from midfield to attack to replace Finn Thompson. Defensively for Syracuse, it's a unit that has some shorties and Carter Rice.
Eric Chick. Beautiful pass right on the doorstep. Quick stick finish. Stuart Phillips cashes in, and Hopkins the immediate answer to tie it at 5.
This is a beautiful pass by Chick, finding Phillips on the backside. Talk about threading the needle. Where's the answer? Offense has been a little bit dormant. You break the back of the defense with a backside goal. He's got a short stick, he's going. You got to slide early if you're Syracuse and show.
Shot clock ticks under 10. Collison righty. McCool read it well. Ball's loose though. McCool on his knees, begging for the ball. Wins it back. Hopkins, they're used to playing in one-goal games. Their last 3 games have been decided by a goal, including the win last week against Virginia. Hunter Chavette had 5 goals in that game. Passing here, though, wasn't ready for it. And McCool's out of his cage. Here comes Jimmy McCool showing off the speed.
He brings some energy and juice with him. I mean, this guy's got Red Bull in his veins.
Kilrain on the clear. He can let it fly. Passes it off. Beautiful goal out of the timeout. You can't do it any better. And it's Charlie Eiler who fires the Blue Jays in front.
A lot like Billy Dwan for Syracuse, Quentin Kilrain, as a defender, will initiate offense because of his stick skills, his awareness, and his ability to see a play develop. I was asking for more Charlie Eiler because Charlie Eiler, to me, is a complete player. His first goal, he dodges left-handed and scores with little angle as an initiator. This time, he sneaks behind his defender and finishes right-handed.
Here's Brooks English. Bauer Trying to weave his way in. McCool kept it out. Bauer didn't get really a good look at it. Ball's loose. The flag comes out. The physicality, which has been there since the first faceoff, continues in this third quarter. Here's Hiltz. Quick passing finds Leo. Stout. Great save.
That's his best of the day.
This Hopkins defense has been so impressive since those early 3 goals they surrendered. Only 2 goals in the last half hour. Roa weaves in and finds the back of the net. Unconventional, but it counts all the same. Luke Roa ties it at 6.
I gotta see this, Jay, because I have no clue how 8 and white Luke Roa sticks this one.
Syracuse goal.
It looks like he's dead to rights with the slide. Gets the initial move. That's insane. How in the world does Luke Roa, after the face dodge there, hold on to the ball? He's not only dealing with defensive pressure.
Scott Smith is flying
the
at it.
stick hits the turf, too. That is a sick goal by the junior midfielder from the state of Maryland, Luke Roa.
In this second half, midway through the third quarter. Bauer trying to shake free. Here's Charlie Eiler. 2 goals to his name today. Shot clock down to 7. What a goal! Dylan Bauer! An immediate answer. And the Blue Jays answer right back. Wow.
This rivalry has been defined by some epic high-scoring games. Today we got a defensive slugfest. But don't tell Charlie Eiler there. He's subbing in for Russell Melendez. He's got some huge moments in this game. This time is spot-feeding Dylan Bauer. Hop is up by 1. And his balance to get beat with the behind the back and the inside part. So it's the balance of Smith, how centered he is in terms of his push and his physicality.
Good save. Luke Stout read the bouncer beautifully. Eric Chick chases it down. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 25 seconds. Chick, whip dodge, curling around the cage. It scores! What a goal! The sophomore Eric Chick. And it's Hopkins' first 2-goal lead of the afternoon.
Eric Chick now has made 2 phenomenal plays in this game. One in the second quarter with a dime of a pass through the defense of Syracuse. This time, they're daring him to go to the rack, and Wyatt Hoddle loses this matchup right here. Once he has that step on him, he owns goal line extended. Gets to his left hand and just hammers this with a slam dunk type shot. To Maryland and Harvard, both games were winning, going into the locker room with a lead. That gets evaporated in the third quarter. Last week against Utah, not a good third quarter.
Deflection off the Shaw's head rip. That might have been friendly fire. Matt Collison scratching his back. Working against Patrick Deans, the long pole. Hiltz calling for it and gets it. Didn't get a clean look.
Jamison Kesterer recognizes that.
Off the restart. Syracuse gets the goal they've desperately craved.
Tyler Cortez recognizes the plan for Johns Hopkins. In the middle of that dodge, I'm mentioning Jamison Kesterer recognizing Wyatt Hoddle. They have the pole on Hoddle. That's where the respect is. So Cortez gets the short stick adjacent to Cotta. So Wyatt Hoddle's ability to get the respect because of his speed of the long pole opens up Tyler Cortez.
A chance to tie it at 8. Back and forth we go. In a rivalry with such rich tradition. Leo attacks and scores! Michael Leo! What an individual effort to tie it at 8.
Jay, there's no margin for error on this shot. He has no angle. I thought Michael Leo would do his patented three-quarter shot to increase the angle. He goes direct overhand here. He's got the little swim underneath.
And Mullen, another face-off win. Syracuse stealing the momentum back at the end of this third quarter. 2 goals in 36 seconds. And there's another! Sam English buries it and fires the orange in front.
That woke the crowd up. The dome is now popping. I mentioned in the open when I highlighted the 3 midfielders, Sam English is the unicorn of the bunch because what he does in transition. Wings on face-off, defense to offense. And that's Joey Spallina. That is a hidden ball trick.
Wow, they fooled me.
Are you kidding me? Sam English the entire time, everybody is looking, including you, including me, and it's an empty netter from Spallina. That is sick.
They fooled the 10,000 of the dome. They fooled you and me. If somebody saw it at home, good for you. And John Mellon has taken over at the faceoff X. Trey Deer. Stout keeps it out.
That's a tough stop.
Bauer trying to shake free, sends it to Collison! Matt Collison, what a goal! Ties it at 9.
To win this game, you're gonna have to answer the bell, Luke Stout. And he does. Trey Deer staring it down, left side goal line extended. Low to low. Stout makes the stop, and what a tremendous pass and anticipation by Dylan Bauer and Matt Collison. I love how Collison comes to the ball and in one motion shoots.
Here's Brooks English. Eiler has the Cuse hung up behind the cage at X. Good defense. Figueres knocked it down, and the orange defense delivers. Hunter Chauvet, for his standards, 91 in black, has been quiet in the second half.
He has, and he showed last week against Virginia the ability to get to the rack and create his own shot.
Only 1 goal today, came in the first half, right on the doorstep. Crease violation, Syracuse ball.
Storied history, the most in the sport. The national titles. Are they back? Everyone says that. Quarterfinal losers a year ago. The next step, championship weekend.
Right on cue, Hiltz delivers on the doorstep. And Syracuse is back in front. And that's a hat trick for Owen Hiltz, the crafty Canadian.
He's so good at identifying where the seams are, whether it's the through passes or if he's the recipient, and this time from a beautiful spot feed from Joey Spallina. Lacrosse IQ, Owen Hiltz has his PhD.
Dylan Bauer trying to separate, finds Collison. Matt Collison, dangerous from deep. Doesn't pull the trigger, passes off, McCool recovers in cage. Hopkins ties it at 10. Charlie Eiler. A hat trick for Eiler. Starting in place of Russell Melendez, and the sophomore from California has delivered.
He's got game. When Melendez comes back, you're gonna have to find a spot for Charlie Eiler. He's too smooth, he's too crafty. We got a dandy in the dome. It's we want more versus head hard hustle.
Now everyone's going to be watching for it.
Huge expectations for this Syracuse team heading into the season. Preseason number 2, they got the 2 losses.
And they're back in front. Rear back and fire, Luke Roa. Plenty of pace on that, and Syracuse noses in front, 11-10.
They've got the 2 losses, so their backs are against the wall, searching for the first top 20 win, let alone a top 10 win. You do it with the ball movement and the stick skills. This is sick for a righty lacrosse player to shoot the ball this smooth left-handed. Underhand, feet set. Enforcing the dodge. This time they were sloughed in a lot for that Roa shot.
Hiltz on the run, lets it rip, and scores! Owen Hiltz, his 4th of the afternoon, puts the Orange up by 2. And count it plus the foul, because there's flags down after the goal.
That is a huge foul on Wishar. 20 in black hitting Holtz late after the shot. Hiltz has a little pep in his step compared to years past. He looks quicker, he looks faster, and he gets to the middle of the field. And then the late hit after the goal. 2 goals in 36 seconds for the team in white. If Owen Hiltz gets to the middle of the field and stares down the 6x6, it's turn and rake for opposing goalies.
First one is black 20, he was late, unnecessary roughness, that's 1 minute. Second foul, white 91, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute. It's gonna be black ball, black ball.
Would be a top 10 win for Syracuse, their first marquee win of the season, a big stamp on their resume with a gauntlet still to come. Leo buries it. You can't place it any better than that. And it's a hat trick for Michael Leo. That goal, the biggest of the bunch with under 3 to play.
This is all the man with the cramps, Sam English, guts it out. And he starts the offense, and he gets Hopkins to commit and show. And then on a backside, because of all the pressure being tilted to English on the right wing, where's the opening? It's Michael Leo, camped out, untouched. This time, he recognizes he's got to catch the ball first of who's defending him. And he's got a dandy on him in Billy Dwan. You ask your big players to make the plays. My second option is Charlie Eiler.
Collison, they get it to him. Good stop.
Charlie Eiler has started 1 game in his career. It's today. I've seen enough from him that he can make plays in big spots. He's got the quickness, he's two-handed.
Collison curls around. He's definitely hunting right now. 9 saves for Jimmy McCool. He has stood tall.
The other thing in play where you might want to test, Chavette's being defended by Kakemo.
Bauer got a step. McCool to the rescue. Whistles have blown this play dead. There's a flag down.
Now he's behind the cage. That could be a test.
White 2-6. Coach, sorry. Coach, out of the box. Hey, back. Guys on white 2-6. Push. 30 seconds.
Blue Jays backs against the wall. Collison. With room, Collison leaves it off. Chavette usually money from there and misses.
I love the pass.
Back to even strength. Collison lets it rip this time, and McCool read it the whole way. Jimmy McCool, 11 saves to his name. He has stifled the Blue Jays offensively. They are desperate to find the back of the net. Time not on their side. They got to go quick.
That's the matchup. They got the switch. I don't know why Collison left it.
Passes up. Chavette trying to get his hands free into the side netting. And now Syracuse can kill this clock. It's a game of keep away for the next 30 seconds. Well, after losses to Maryland and Harvard, everybody in this Syracuse community knew how important this one was. With number 7 Hopkins at the Dome, awesome atmosphere throughout, and the Orange delivers. A 13-10 win, a dominant second half effort.
Ladies and gentlemen,